welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. Tonight we're going to be playing some triangle strategy. I think that today is going to be the day that we do some more of the mental mock battles, because we're at a part of the story that we've already seen before. Chapter 13, Part 1. Is where we vote on what we should use to use the elf frequency to blow up for the next major chapter. Or at least for chapter 13 part 2, I suppose. When we last left off, we had finally converged back onto the main storyline, or at least the Nexus events, basically the parts of the story that don't change. We had decided that we were what did happen in last chapter 12? Well, in chapter 11 even though I just got there playing this on Sunday, I don't really remember what happened. That's what happens when you go to bed too late. Don't keep your long-term memory. Well, let's let the game explain what happened, what we just got there doing. It was new content, though.
Frost and Glenbrook remained strong after declaring a trade stop with Hyzant.
Oh, right, of course. So we had voted to actually remove the Roselle from the Wolford domain, and we spent chapter 11 fighting the Roselle because they didn't want to go peacefully, of course. And then we spent chapter 12 fighting off Silvio, who was determined to kill all the Roselle because they weren't going to move. But we also managed to not come up with a way to, like, we never discovered the secret of the salt in this version of the timeline. So I guess we will have to wait until we discover the mines, which I think is chapter, like, 16 or 17? I think it's chapter 16. But we managed to eventually talk the Roselle of the village to go peacefully back to the source, which is still pretty terrible, but it's not as terrible as I thought it was going to be, because they're all still alive at least, so that's good. But we're sending them back to the source, so maybe they won't be alive for very long. And we've got the title of the member of the Saintly Seven, and we revealed to the rest of the Saintly Seven that Roland is still alive and that we want to take back the castle. And that's what happened the last time. Now I can move on to what we're going to do this time.
Gustadolf sends Erica to Hyzant to deliver his ultimatum, and dispatches an army to Glenbrook to increase the pressure on the Holy State. Hyzant, under the banner of Prince Roland, sends Minister Serenoa Wolfort of the Saintly Seven to prepare for retaliation. Softly but surely, Norzelia descends into war once more.
I like how, they do bring up the fact that, yeah, like, this is a war, even though no one's really, like, declared it yet.
Those are the Archduke's wishes. I implore you not to forget that this is his final offer. Come to think of it, I heard that Wolfort was added to your saintly ranks. Where might he be?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. The dealings of the Saintly Seven are our business, and ours alone.
How disappointing. I had hoped to congratulate him on his promotion.
That wretched woman. Those are hardly wishes.
S-Frost all but demands us open the source to restore our diplomatic relations.
The Duchy fears neither a lack of salt nor the goddess's shield. We can assume they have a plan in mind.
Yeah, the Your Troopers.
Then this was no more than a ploy to stall for time. We had best expedite House Wolford's plans to take the capital. Minister Exham, send word to Minister Serenoa.
And now we get our free temporary unit, Milo, for a couple of chapters.
You wish to lend us Hyzant's new weapon?
Yes, it was a directive from the Holy One. The weapon is one Minister Lila developed in secret.
I compressed a vast quantity of magic into crystal form. We call this weapon Elfric. The blast crystals have yet to be perfected, but they can decimate a castle wall easily enough. You saw what Minister Exham did to this fort, did you not?
That's new text.
So those purple flames were from your crystals. This Elfric you speak of.
We thank you for your support.
Be forewarned that their power makes them unwieldy in an average battle.
They are not meant to be used on people. Furthermore, we are only giving you a single blast crystal.
Regardless, I am certain it will come in handy while recapturing Whiteholm Castle.
Its incomplete nature makes it regrettably tricky to use, but Milo should be able to take care of that for you.
30 more days? What happens in 30... Oh wait, I'm guessing... Is that the release date for Xenoblade 3? I think that's when... I think that's around then. This is a July date somewhere.
Use them both wisely. I am Milo.
A dancer by trade, but assistant to the Saintly Seven on occasion.
On occasion.
I shall serve
right.
you, Minister Serenoa, until we reclaim the capital.
You sure you'll be okay?
You needn't worry. It isn't my first time flirting with danger.
A Hyzantian spy?
Very likely.
The blast of the Elfric should help you catch the enemy unawares. Both my army and Minister Camsel's will join in the attack. Then we entrust command to you, Minister Serenoa.
Most certainly. And the crystal will be key in our plan to reclaim Glenbrook.
Oh boy. Time to be evil. I guess we got a little bit of time before we choose evil. Let's do some encampment stuff first. Sickers reports a thief in the archives to Gustadolf. We now know that, or from our previous playthrough, that those thieves are Travis and Trish. They steal a book from the archives that makes them believe that there is a super secret treasure in the Rosellan domain. But the thing is, if the Roselle are in the source, when the thieves go to capture the city, there won't be anyone there. So like, what are they gonna do? Like, where's the conflict? Travis shouldn't have any sort of reservations about taking out or like explore or plundering the village because there's not going to be anyone there. That's a pretty interesting concept. Like, I wonder if you have to give up the Roselle and then go visit the village if you want to get Travis as a playable character instead of Trish. Maybe.
You have made a grave error in allowing thieves to raid the archives, Constable Sycris.
In my first playthrough, this was actually the first cutscene where we saw Sycris, I believe. I think. I'm not entirely sure. But, like, it's crazy to think that you could have met him as early as Chapter 3. But, you know, here we are in Chapter 13, possibly meeting him for the first time, depending on which choices you make throughout the game. Because we also saw him in Chapter 9, I want to say. Maybe 11? I can't remember which one is which.
Forgive me. My guards gave chase as soon as they noticed intruders, but they'd already fled beyond our reach.
What did they take?
Luckily, they were unable to gain entry to where we keep our more sensitive texts. All they were able to make off with was a single book, penned by the late Lady Orlea.
Orlea? She left behind a message of sorts?
She'd bid it be passed on to Lady Frederica when she came of age, but it seems those wishes were forgotten.
Thalos or Erica must have hidden it from her. They derived no greater pleasure than from tormenting her. Do we know what was written in this book?
No. Storage records indicate it was protected by some arcane seal.
It must be of some significance, if she would go to such lengths to protect it from prying eyes. Perhaps something to do with the Rosellan liberation, for which she fought so fiercely. Or perhaps it is not but a mother complaining to her daughter of a duchy they both despise.
Except Frederick actually likes the
She'll
duchy,
send a party
though.
to hunt down the thieves at once.
No need. Such ruffians are unlikely to be in the employ of our foe. No doubt they were simply looking to loot us to fill their own purses. It is more important that we dispose of Svarog and finish the Nell with all haste. Dispatch your soldiers there.
By your grace.
It's worth noting that they don't really have the bandwidth to do both, because all the soldiers are in Glenbrook right now. Shit, this game won't end. When does this game end? This has to be the final boss. It looks so final to me. Yeah, he's got like maybe another 2 hours or so. Can't wait for next Wednesday. I actually might end up missing it. Do we get another mental mock battle? Oh, nice. We do actually get another mental mock battle. Crimson Fields. We're beset by all sides. You know, Sun Tzu actually has a thing about this. Like, if you're surrounded on all sides, I mean, it's pretty obvious what you should be doing. But basically, the idea is you just choose one direction and you just cut through. So instead of like standing in the center and being attacked by all sides, you take your entire force and you attack one corner. And that way you outnumber your opponents everywhere that's important. Alright, let's spend some time let's do like 2 of these mental mock battles. I think that 2 is enough. Seize the dais. The force that occupies the dais will be the victor. Many of the enemy's troops will knock back units with their attacks, so be careful positioning. Hey there, Letopia. I think that this is one of those super cheesable missions. It totally is. Okay. Because as soon as you occupy this space, then you win. So you just need to have like Benedict? Yeah, Benedict should be fine. And I need Hasabara, I believe, as well. Maybe we'll do 3.
Understood.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I could totally do that for Cheese as well. Don't need Serenoa, don't need Gila. I think that... yeah, he actually has pushback as well.
Leave it to me!
You got it.
Alright, so... need to take a look at this thing. Workspace. Nope, I'm actually looking for distorted time. Plus 10. Alright, that's just enough actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I make it to that square? I have a movement of 4.
I will do my best.
So I might not be able to. If I use fleet-footed though, I should be able to. I could also use in tandem. And yeah, okay, or fleet-foot. Okay, so fleet-foot in tandem. Use turn 3. This guy, and he's not able to reach me. So then 5, I need to be done before that happens. I don't think I can do that. I might have to take 2 turns, I guess, for that, for this then. I can use... oh, this one's gonna be taken care of already. So this one's gone. If I use fleet-footed. And if I use in tandem, then I also get this one as well. So then I really only need to have Anna in order to grab this item over here. Anna grabs that. He falls. So that's 1. We're gonna assume that one also gets done. Yeah, alright. 1 rounder. The side that occupies the arena indicated by the yellow squares win. If you are knocked off the edge, get back on quickly. As long as one friendly unit remains within the arena, it will not be occupied by the enemy.
It's time. This is my way of doing things.
Your orders?
Aye, I'll keep on then.
Too easy. Come get me. I must keep a clear mind.
It doesn't quite work.
Hey, switch!
For victory!
Oh wait, this actually does work still. It's turn 2. Oh, there he is. Yep. It's not quite what I was trying to go for, but it worked out.
Is it my turn?
Wait, am I able to actually do this when I'm done with this? Sword of Space is a 2-turn, okay.
Hey, switch!
Feisty, aren't we?
Make sure there's no one underneath him. And just knock him off.
Stay out of my way. Well, that worked.
Messed up a couple of times there. I did my enchantment too late, which caused me to, what's it called? It caused me to take an extra turn, but that's okay. Actually, a lot of these missions are kind of cheesable. Battle of Wits. Find a defensible position to shelter Serenoa. Well, Serenoa could probably solo this entire team. Because it's a level 33 mission, and he's like level 43 or something like that. Use the train, get in the other hand. A swift escape. Yeah, let's do Battle of Wits here. Because why not? I think I'll choose not to be super rude and just have Serenoa kill everyone himself. I'll give the enemies a bit more respect than that. But this is a good opportunity to not use all of my strongest characters for once.
You got it.
Just leave everything to me.
Aye.
Understood.
Thank you for—
I'm on my way!
My shield is impregnable.
Okay, somehow Narv has been deployed as often as Flanagan. And that's just not right. Let's see. Now I don't want this to actually be difficult. Which it might actually be if I have all 3 of my weakest units here. We'll just have Narv.
If you insist!
My magic is at your disposal.
I mean, this should be fine. It's a little scary. because these characters are actually not that great. I guess I can keep, as long as I have like one strong character, or like it's only one weak character per group, we should be fine. Finished Final Fantasy 12? Oh, that's big news. I'm a little worried about my own playthrough for Final Fantasy 12. It's like the type of game that I would just never finish. Am I supposed to kill all the enemies, or am I supposed to just kill the enemy commander? Oh, I'm supposed to just defeat the enemy commander. Okay, these guys aren't complete pushovers.
Here goes. We can do this.
Leave everything to me. What are you and your
Saved
cups
the day.
about?
Forward! We doing this?
This is all very poor planning on my part. I was too lazy to like actually choose optimal positions for the characters to be around.
Might use this.
Sure, yes. Please use Thunderbird on just a barricade.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather. Lightning! I did it!
see what we got here. 391, 338, 338. What number is that? 388. Well, at least I can hit that one. Jeez, I can't hit anything here. I think the shield bearer, or these two. I can hit 3 with this. That's, oh wait, no, that's actually the same one. You get 2 with that.
At your command. You dare test my shield.
You cannot impede progress?
Are you able to hit me from all the way over there? Seems a little rude, honestly.
Yes! Ha ha ha! Yes!
Well, with this terrain, I should.
62% chance to immobilize? That's pretty nice.
I have you now!
Oh, you and me both. I really want them to. Well, I've been looking at the pixel pack and it looks kind of terrible to actually look at. So, you know, it's not like. I could wait on that, I suppose.
Be gone!
But I do want to have Final Fantasy VI available on more consoles.
Now
for sure.
I don't pull my punches. Oh!
He actually hit me.
Ow!
Forward!
I'm gonna turn 35 or even more likely to die. I think that he'll die this turn. I actually did know that. I think that my brother had that. Final Fantasy Anthology, I believe, is what they called that, where they put 4, 5, and 6 together.
That hit the mark.
I foresaw this!
Now it's my turn. No sliding off.
Here I go!
Yeah, that's more like it.
Let's try this.
Ha! I have you now. You won't fool me.
To work.
pushes them back 2 squares, so that actually won't kill him.
Shut your trap! Too slow!
If I use lure in, that would be nice actually.
Oh, now!
Hey there, Chomper.
Here I come. Lightning! I'll make you proud, Grandfather.
Oh. And he took my treasure too? I was not expecting an ambush.
Oh.
Gotta admit.
I stand ready.
Over here!
Profit comes to the prepared. Lionel's coin purse grows heavier!
With this terrain, I should...
It doesn't go through, really.
Strike true! I actually did it!
I don't pull my punches.
I must keep a clear mind.
This is only just now my turn again. Seems a little unreasonable. I could heal by doing nothing.
Shall I?
%100% chance to get all these people.
Very well then. Ha! I have you now.
Forward! Ah! Ha-ha!
Now's the time!
I
nasty, aren't we? What are you and your
You'll be
cups
well
about?
compensated.
You won't fool me.
Let's go then.
It's worth a shot.
Behold! Behold!
My next turn would be 26 after this.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather.
It's pretty dangerous stuff here.
I did it! I can't. I must see my mother again.
You know, that's the first time hearing that voice line. That's tragic. It seems very much like no man has blinded me. Heal up a bit.
Come on, Quahog!
My time has come.
Ha! This too is fate!
Profit comes to the prepared. Yes! Ha ha ha! Yes!
All right, here I go. I have you now.
Allow me. Shall we then? You are too slow.
Here I go.
Still not quite enough, huh? That's a pretty good position. Still only hits 3 of them. Let's see if I can do better than that. I can hit 1 of them, or 1 of them, or 2 of them. Yeah, 3 of them actually. I actually like hitting those 3 better. Wonder if I can get even more if I get a little closer. I can actually hit 4 now. feel like almost every single enemy on this map is taunted.
Defeat is not an option. Now I end.
Now it's my turn.
I can hear it a good bit. I'll use a restore here. Because it's
Appreciate it.
too problematic trying to actually teach him to do anything here.
This might sting some.
Let's go then.
There we go. Now what's next here? Are you immune to being taunted? No, you're not. The question is, should I use Missed Opportunity on him? That's 2 Quietuses. Let's use in tandem on Groma here. I wouldn't say we're losing per se. The map is a lot more difficult than I expected it to be. Because we're like 10 levels up.
I am at your back.
So you would expect it to be cakewalk. Or be a cakewalk, I should say.
Now then.
Only a 56% chance of actually taunting there. Was worth a shot. Better than
I
half.
will fight if I must.
Is it my turn? You'll feel this later. I'll show you what I can do.
Turn 10. What can I do to stop this from hitting me on turn 10? Flanagan. Flanagan should be able to stop this. High difference of 2. Yeah, I can stop that. Alright. If I stop that, I'm not technically able to stop this one then. So I need to get out of range of this guy.
Ready to see a spell?
Oh, I got paralysis. Nice. I get to stay here.
Ah!
Profit comes to the prepared. Lionel's coin purse grows heavier.
My time has come.
Turn 8.
Let me give it a try.
What I need is some water. If I had some water, then I could actually use I could use Splash, which is a healing move. Almost.
Powers of nature! I can't. I must see my mother again.
I'm actually stuck here.
Can you handle this?
Too slow!
Mother! Decimal, taking off.
I can 1v1 this battle mage down here. Oh, I didn't realize that I had enough to use another one of these. I could hit 3 of these here. Killing one of them. Get 2. Obviously, let's hit the 3. Killing one of them.
Commencing calculations.
Oh! More ambushes.
For the honor of House Wolford.
Alright, let's stop playing around here.
Death from above! Ha-ha!
I show no mercy. Good grief. Yeah!
Too slow!
Things are getting a little too close for my comfort. Swift Escape is kind of a long one. Skyrim's a pretty good game. That's like, you know, a good 200-hour plus game. You can really get lost into that. action RPG, lots of side quests to do, lots of exploration. I think we never talked to Decimal after unlocking his ultimate technique. Let's do that. I guess we must have already then. Or maybe I got that from upgrading. Oh yeah, I got that from upgrading. I still haven't gotten his actual weapon ability yet. Which is this one. Any HP that ends in 7, use up all of your TP and hit them all. I created a cat character that never did anything with it. It's pretty nice. I mean, I think that the combat's a little weird. Like, I think that it would work better if it used like Fallout's battle system, where you can kind of like pause and aim where your attacks land and things like that. As it is, it feels kind of button mashy at times. Like if you're using like swords or axes or anything other than magic and archery, it doesn't really feel like there's any sort of skill in the game other than like dash, you know, back and forth while like swinging your sword and dodging their sword swings. It's not very interesting to look at or to play as a melee character, in my opinion at least. Demon keeps dying to bears. Well, bears are really, really strong until they are not strong anymore. Because Skyrim has this thing where all the enemies scale with you, depending on your difficulty, but every enemy has a max level that they can reach. So all the enemies are like stronger than you for most of the game, but then when you get really, really strong, then nothing is able to keep up with you. Except for the sprites. The magical wisps never actually have a level cap, so they can actually become stronger in terms of level than the final boss. That would be really nice to get for Benedict. +2 speed. I think I killed the bear as well, because like I ended up making a stealth character. So you just like stealth shoot arrows at it, and then it wakes up, realizes no one's around, and then it just goes back to sleep. And then you just do it all over again, because I think you do double damage when you're undetected. But also that's like the very first bear that you encounter. So you're definitely supposed to avoid it. Did we forfeit that battle? No, we won that battle. The only victory condition was defeating the enemy commander. I was using it as a way to farm up my weaker characters, because it was a level 33 mission. And I was using my level 25 Lionel and my level 27 Narv and my level 35 Hasabara at the time. So they were at level. And I also didn't bring a healer or a tank. So we were like slowly getting whittled down. But I was gaining a level per action, because that's what happens when you're grossly underleveled for the content. So, what's it called? So once I got hurt enough and I didn't want to risk actually dying, because if I were to do that, then I'd have to restart the mission, or at least retreat. I just went ahead and finished off the boss, because like I still had Serenoa, which I was forced to use, and Groma, who was like pretty good. So I just hit him with the 1-2 punch, literally, and he died. We won. That'd be a nice thing to get. That would be a nice thing to get. It would be cheaper than Eridor's as well. These would be nice, but unimportant. Unimportant. Worst character in the game. Not necessary, already good as is. This would be nice to have. 5 of each of those. That's a terrible ability. All of this is nice to possibly have. It's not going to happen though anytime soon, because I don't really use that character. Quahog doesn't really need any of this. Actually, he kind of wants all of this. I mean, Skyrim kind of is one of those games that you could possibly never finish. So like, I don't know. I would say Chrono Cross. This would be a good one to get. 10 Superior Stone. I think that out of everything that's remaining, this is the best thing for me to get. 7 Superior Iron, 10 Superior Stone. It's so sad that, I mean, I'm not going to be able to even afford that. Lionel has expanded the selection of items just for you. He hopes that you find it most satisfactory. I don't need that many healing items. I just want like a couple of them, so that in case I feel like using Medina, she's not completely useless. And that's a lot of Panacea pellets that I'm able to get. He's actually sold out of the fiber. Like, I've actually caught up on all the fiber I could possibly get from him. Meanwhile, there's only 3 Superior Stone I can get from him. Alright, back to being broke. Technically, we're not quite broke yet. We can get a little more broke than this. Let's see. Quality fiber probably is where we go. We can keep on getting even more broke. There we go. I'm not that desperate to be completely broke. These are actually useless items that I never use. How good is Decimal? He's pretty good with Yulio. And then he's like okay without Yulio. What's the top 3 experience features of Skyrim other than the open map thing? The ability to just kind of build your character however you want. Like, you have access to all the skills immediately. Not all the skills, but you're able to like use all the whatever immediately. And you don't have to like, you know, when I played Skyrim, when I played Oblivion, there's like equipment and spells and things like that that you have to, where you have to basically have a certain level before you can actually equip it. And I didn't really like that, because that means that like, if you want to use this cool spell that you just picked up in a dungeon, then you have to already be good at the thing that that thing uses. But I always enjoy the keep on doing a thing to get better at it method. Like, that's always a good way to have a leveling system. Final Fantasy 2 does it well like that. Final Fantasy 11 does it like that as well. Oh, okay, let's see some of these character stories. But yeah, you can just kind of pick up anything, use it, and you'll be terrible at it as you would expect, but you just keep on doing it and then it just gets better and better. I like how the game is set up for you to be able to basically kind of do everything pacifistly. Like, you don't have to kill anything in that game. All the story things have like have allies with them, and there are things like traps in the dungeons and things like that, so you can just kind of like lure your enemies into killing themselves. And that's 2 things that I like about Skyrim. Third, I guess, is just like the magic system. I really like how creative they were with magic and how it's not just a bunch of, oh, I use ice, thunder, and fire. Like, you can do those things as well, but you can also, like, you know, summon, you know, familiars, or you can, you know, force the enemy to be your ally for a moment of time, or to attack everything around it indiscriminately. So there's like a couple of things about Skyrim that I like. I mean, those are the 3 things other than the open map where you're able to basically do everything all the time and basically be at the level cap before you even do any of the main story. But that's like, you know, you said other than that. Looks like we're getting raided by Rin, who just got through doing Smash Ultimate Viewer battles, and will be participating with us this Saturday in our first Summer Smash Fest for the year. We've got Nano here, and I realize now that I forgot to turn on my bot so that Rin won't get the auto plug. We got Somebody, Nano, Ice the Wolf, and Ren himself. Also, welcome, Lubba. Good to see you all today. Let's do some character story stuff here. Anna, left to look after the automaton Decimal, wonders why he calls her Master. Also, speaking of automatons, Nier Automata, or Nier Automata as they said in the Direct, coming to the Switch. I never thought it would happen. I thought I was going to have to wait until I had a PS5 before I could play Nier Automata. But apparently I'll be able to start it this year. That might be one of those, like, whatever I'm playing at the time goes on hiatus and I pick up Nier, because I've been wanting to play that game for several years now. I just never had a console to play it on. Yeah, it might end up being like that. Kind of like how Triangle Strategy was. So, very excited for that.
apologize for the wait, Master Anna.
Enough with the Master. How many times must I say this? But thank you. You can put it down there. What is it?
Thank you, Master, for taking me in. I hope I can be of use to you.
What's brought this on?
I was useless to my previous master, and less than useless to my master before that. But I want to be useful, in whatever small way I can.
You had a different master before that merchant?
Yes, my creator. I tried so hard to be helpful. So very, very hard. But I was so very bad at following orders. The last thing I remember is my master calling me a failure.
Oh, that's rough.
When I came to awareness again, I was hawking wares with the merchant.
See you, Ren. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for the raid. For those of you in my chat, if you want to check out Ren, there's a link in chat from Stormy. You guys want to check him out?
So you were thrown away. What sort of person was your first master?
You remind me of her. Even the way you speak seems similar, somehow. But when I try to recall,
What's going on? Settle down! Now!
No.
All functions return to standard operating parameters.
It appears the merchant got the better end of this deal.
I apologize. I wish I could be of more use.
Hey there, little game. Alright, let's see what Giovanna has going on. Giovanna accompanies Hewitt on a mission, but gets distracted by a peculiar rock.
If it came to a battle, this might be the best place for us to make our encampment. What do you think, Giovanna?
What is a stone like that doing in a place like this?
Are you listening, Giovanna?
I'm so sorry, Hewitt. Did you say something?
I did, but you were too absorbed in the ground to hear it. Just what are you looking at?
This little pebble right here.
And why is that?
Well, you see, this one's not like the others. It isn't from this area. Which means it was carried here by the river.
But there's no river here.
Not now there isn't, but a long time ago there was. Just like any living thing, the mountains, rivers, and forests change over time. And this pebble here is a witness to those transformations. It's difficult to put into words, but that's what this rock is telling me. That there was once a river here. It's so frustrating. What I wouldn't give to pore over those annals in the archives. What wonders I could learn were they not forbidden.
So how does knowing the changing of the land help us?
Help? Well... I suppose my research might not be that helpful in battle, after all. But it is helpful for anyone who wants to know more about this wonderful world we live in. That's why this pebble is more beautiful than the shiniest gem in all the realm. Or at least to me it is. Would it be okay for me to take this rock with us, Hewitt? I feel there's so much more it can tell us.
Certainly. if you are so attached to it. But you must promise to concentrate on our mission from now on.
I promise, Huet. Could you hold on to this for me, Floogie?
It's good to see Giovanna and Floogie get along. I was a little worried for a moment there. Under secret orders, Hewitt scouts the Tellior domain with Floogie.
Benedict asked me to scout out Tellior and where the Esfrosti soldiers are stationed. But I hardly see any around. Why did he ask me to come here in the first place? I doubt it would matter in reclaiming the capital. But orders are orders. I should report back.
Oh boy. It's time to be evil. Whiteholm Castle. A missive arrives at Whiteholm Castle, informing Thalos and the others of the outcome of Erica's negotiations with Hyzan.
Ah, tidings from Erica.
Oh,
she says Hyzant refused our final offer.
You seem surprised. There was no way Hyzant would agree to open the source.
I know that, but the negotiations were meant to buy us time. Yet it seems their soldiers are already on the move. Damn it all! This wasn't supposed to happen.
If you play with fire, you get burned. Now we have no recourse but to meet them in battle without the Archduke.
So it has come to war then?
We just have to beat them at their own game. Their newest saint is heading the vanguard. You must be delighted that a former retainer to the crown is coming to visit, right, Cordelia?
Enough, Thalos. I won't allow such impudence toward the Queen.
Queen? This child is nothing more than a puppet. And I believe the impotent one here is you, Avlora. A general has no right telling the Prime Minister what to do.
I had no idea the Prime Minister's job was to torment the weak.
Enough, General Avlora. I will answer the Prime Minister. As the Queen of Glenbrook, I shall protect my kingdom until my dying breath, no matter who may stand against me.
It appears your impudence is contagious, Avlora. Your charge knows not how powerless she is.
Corellia's grown so much.
Worry not, Your Majesty. I shall protect you.
Because I am to wed the Archduke?
Because you are a warrior. One who does not give up, even if she must fight her battles alone. I was an orphan. I never knew my parents. I entered the army to make a place for myself. So I know better than anyone the pain of having to do everything on your own.
Allow me to bare my heart to you as well, General Avlora.
I'll tell you after this
As
scene.
the last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, I do not intend to let Gustudolf have his way.
You mean to strike down the Archduke?
But I lack the power to do so. Have you heard of the Royalists? The aristocrats who were aid to my father.
I have. I also heard they secretly indulged in bribes and the like for personal gain. That man Patriot was cozying up to the Archduke not seconds after King Regna's beheading. Their kind knows no loyalty.
Indeed. But Gustadolf has not given any of them a position in his court, so they have fallen on hard times. I want to ask Patriot and the other royalists for their help.
Are you mad? No doubt they would wholeheartedly embrace you as their symbol, but only for their own purposes.
I understand that. But their years in service to the crown have earned them great influence in politics. I must have their support if I'm to reclaim Glenbrook.
Is it possible for you to rein them in?
Not alone. But with you, General of Laura, I can. They lack military might. If you accompany me, I could sway them to my cause. Please, General, lend me your strength.
As an Esfrosty general, I simply cannot turn a deaf ear to what you have told me. Did you not think I would tell the Archduke of your plans?
Of course I did. But I refuse to stand idly by as a mere decoration. So if it meant earning your trust, I was willing to show you that I wish to protect Glenbrook by any means necessary.
You took a gamble.
I had to. For it is not status or reward that moves you.
So you bet on my honor, and refusal would sully my name forever. However, safeguarding the kingdom comes first. Fighting at your side will have to wait.
General of Laura!
A word of advice, Your Majesty. Both Hyzant and the Archduke are veterans of war. The fight will not be an easy one, and may rage on for many years.
Even so, I will not falter. I must do this. For my father and brothers.
An admirable resolve. One which I will see fulfilled. I shall be your sword and shield, my queen.
Thank you, General of Laura.
I love that scene because, you know, it had been hinted that Evlora was like, you know, had a heart of gold and was just working for a bad boss. And Cordelia has been slowly gaining confidence throughout the entire story. And the two of those little subplots come to a head with the two of them allying. Fire decides how to use a new weapon gifted to them by Hyzant. So, you were asking about how we're going to ruin all these people's lives? Well, I'm about to show you. We're not going to see it on screen today, because I'm only going to go through the boat. But it's pretty nasty.
I apologize, but are you suggesting we destroy the dam around Telior Reservoir to start a flood?
Well, I guess Roland,
The capital city was built on the banks of the Norzelia River. Breaking the dam surrounding Lake Telior upstream will allow us to submerge a majority of the city. Flooding the town will throw their army into disarray, which should allow us to take the place by storm.
Lake Telior is a man-made reservoir. You might be able to burst through with a blast crystal.
Huette scouted the area earlier and reported seeing very few sentries. Proof enough that this is outside the Archduke's calculations.
No. The damage will be too great.
No damage is too great. Not for evil
The means
Stormy.
would not justify the end, Benedict.
We cannot afford to lose.
I agree with Roland. There is already far too much blood on our hands.
Not nearly enough.
Perhaps it's worth speaking with the people and gaining their understanding.
Unless we reclaim Glenbrook, it's unlikely they'll understand or support our actions. We must take the capital back, and show our strength and resolve first.
So that means you stand by Benedict, then?
If we have a sure shot at winning, we need to take it. No matter the consequences. We can't lose the war. We just can't.
Telior Reservoir is the kingdom's water source. The dam was constructed to protect the people from floods.
Yeah.
I doubt they would ever forgive us should we choose to destroy it for
This
war.
is super messed up. Like, we're destroying the infrastructure of our nation in order to take back the castle. We're going to flood the castle, possibly cause floods in the entirety of Glenbrook for several generations until we rebuild the dam. Like, so many terrible things go with this decision.
Glenbrook thrives because of that water, and to use it otherwise is inexcusable. Brute strength isn't the only way to reclaim the city. We can strike at night and defeat their commanding officers. There are ways to slip into the castle unseen.
If you have used it before, there is a chance it has been sealed off since.
There is more than one route. You needn't worry.
So you mean not to use the blast crystal?
No, I do. After we sneak in, we can sink Esfrost's warship. It would close off their escape route.
Our first priority should be ensuring the people's safety. We cannot allow them to be taken hostage. It would restrict our options as well.
She's got a point. But how do we take the capital back after that?
We could use the blast crystal to destroy the bridge connecting the town and the castle. The enemies would be stuck within the walls.
That would certainly mitigate the damages to the citizens. If we encircle the castle, we could negotiate with them.
We could ask them to yield, free Glenbrook, and re-establish the trade between our nations. I am certain we can find a way to make both parties agree.
Negotiate?
I understand your thoughts and the wishes held therein.
Allow me to ask once more. Shall we shatter the dam around Lake Telior and flood the town? Sneak in under the guise of night, sink their ships, and slay their commanding officers? Or destroy the bridge, safeguard the people, and negotiate with the enemy? Fetch the scales. It is time we decide our path.
During the first playthrough, we went with Roland's plan because, you know, to me it seemed like the most reasonable strategy. Sneaking in under the guise of night meant that they wouldn't be prepared for our attack. Destroying their ships mean that they wouldn't have a means of escape. And then, you know, just it's easy, swift victory from there. Blowing up the bridge, you know, means that, you know, what if they decide that they don't want to cooperate? Then, you know, now it's like a long drawn out negotiation period. And blowing up the dam is obviously the worst of the options. And yet, the one that we will end up doing will definitely be the worst option. It's hard being evil sometimes. No shinies in here. Let's go for a walk. I already mentioned it, but I'll say it again briefly. We used Roland's plan to sneak in at night, and then we blew up their warship. That was the battle where we fought Erica and Thalas on the boat. and they had that really big ladder that led up to somewhere way at the top, and we just sent our archers up there and they just shot everything. Oh no, we're broke. We could have had more superior stuff. Sell things. Who exactly is our direct monarch again? Well, it's supposed to be King Regna, but he was beheaded by Gusadolf. And so it would be his oldest son, Franny, but he was killed by Avlora. So it's supposed to be Roland, but we basically feigned his death. We basically got a look-alike and gave him the royal signet, and then put on Roland's clothes, and then threw him into a river. And so the whole nation believes that Roland is dead, except we just revealed to only Hyzant that Roland's actually alive. So as far as the people are concerned, the current ruler of Glenbrook is Queen Cordelia, who is betrothed to Gusadolf Vestfrost. So, like, where's his thing? Because he's supposed to get money by picking up spoils. Oh, it's up here. Okay. Alright. If the guy that murdered our king is married to the rightful queen, what's all this fuss about? Well, the fuss is about the fact that technically Roland is still alive, and we're about to, you know, because the common folk believe that, you know, Cordelia is the rightful queen, but we know, and Hyzant now knows, that Roland is actually the heir. Are we about to drown both of them? Well, Gustadolf is not in the castle at the moment. He went north to deal with some unrest within Esfrost.
If you insist.
And now, to arms!
You got it.
Understood. I'll try my best. We can do this!
Leave everything to me. This might
Watching
sting some.
smiles on Lionel.
Whoa!
You cannot impede progress. Lionel has many tricks.
Is it my turn? Faster!
This will do.
Feisty, aren't we? This might sting some.
Lionel has arrived.
Is it my turn?
Better take advantage. Leave everything to me. This might sting some.
Have you brought Corey?
I'll try my best.
Leave everything to me.
saw someone mopping the floor using Yoshi a few streams back. Who was that? I haven't seen a Yoshi on stream in a really long time. I don't know who that would be.
Profit comes to the prepared. Combat is not thine elves' forte. Go!
Feisty, aren't we? What a pain.
There was a...
Here goes. Let time flow in reverse.
What's it called? Off stream, like a Smash After Work stream, there was a Yoshi player that was beating another newcomer to the company.
Ow! 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 Didn't see that coming. Here goes.
Is it my turn?
Not sure if that's who you're thinking about, though.
Be gone!
You cannot impede progress. This is it for you.
I'll try my best. Faster!
This feels promising. They got me. This ain't good. This might sting some.
Is it my turn?
Now we make our riches. Lionel has arrived.
Didn't see that coming.
Is it unusual to see Yoshi kicking tail? Yoshi's a pretty good character, so it's not that weird. It's just that the only Yoshi that I've really seen, or that I remember, is a guy that's good, but I would be surprised to see them winning a lot, enough for you to say that they were mopping the floor on a stream. I also played Elite Smash one time. I don't remember if I fought a Yoshi during that time. I need more enemies. What has the most enemies in it? But also doesn't have a time limit. I think that's the best one. Well, actually, this one would probably be faster. A fair fight, I'd imagine. Or close quarters combat.
you insist.
Aye, leave it to me.
Understood.
Understood.
I must keep a clear mind.
Still waiting for me to play your mains. Yeah, we need to do the 500-hour special for Chomper at some point.
Now it's my turn. What a pain. Oh!
I see a path to victory. This will serve well.
Now it's my turn.
Is that not gonna kill all of them? Wow, it's not gonna kill all of them. That's crazy.
Was nice knowing ya. What a... Well, that worked.
If Lionel may. See what Lionel can do.
Is it my turn? We can do this!
I see a path to victory. This should do.
Lionel always pays his debts.
Leave everything to me. This might sting some.
You cannot impede progress. This is it for you. Oh!
try my best.
I shall try my level best.
Leave everything to me. This might sting some.
You're an open book.
Here goes. Be gone.
Yeah! Profit comes to the prepared.
Let us pry out their weakness. We make it up here.
I must keep a clear mind. Can you handle this?
Come on, then. Was nice knowing ya.
Yeah.
I've been pretty upset.
We all have our weaknesses.
I shall try my level best. You were overconfident.
That was a pretty fast one. When was the last time you used Pirate and Smash? The last time I used Pirate and Smash was the last time that I streamed Smash after work, which I think was 2 Tuesdays ago. It's kind of unfair because I didn't stream anything at all or play Smash at all for like a whole week while I was in Atlanta. So like to some extent it's not a great comparison. And since I've been playing a lot less Smash in total because of Triangle Strategy and Pokemon Unite, my Pyre is probably still like only about as good as it's ever been. Hasn't it like improved or anything like that. And my Mithra is probably worse than, you know, it's been in the past. That's pretty good. I mean, we do need the stone and the iron. Yeah, these merchants are temporary. Like, I won't be able to get this particular set of items until like chapter... I don't think I ever get another opportunity. I think this is the last like temporary shop for this particular save file. So that's why we did a little money pit stop. I'm trying to remember where another merchant is. Like after we take back the castle, the next thing we have to do is decide whether we're going to stay at the castle or go to the Roselle village or go to Castle Wolfort. And then after that we I guess immediately go to deciding which of the 3 powers we're going to go with. Saving the Roselle, fighting Hyzant, or fighting Esfrost. And I don't think that there's a merchant in any of those. But then again, it's been like, what, 3 months since then? Memory fails me sometimes. Actually, it fails me very often. I can tell you this, condition remains unchanged. I only wish there was some magic elixir to bring him back to health. Father's name carries great weight even now. There's no way we could lose him, not when we need him most. Appreciate your concern, you needn't worry. My father is the strongest man I've ever known. Doubtless he'll be back on his feet in no time. I'm gonna go with the helpless option because yeah, I think that this is just a straight up lie, which maybe is a thing for Evil Stormy to do. I think this is the one that I went with in my first playthrough. That seems most in line. You know, I remember seeing Lord Simon the day you were born. He held you in his arms like you were the greatest treasure in the realm, and announced that he had been blessed with a healthy baby boy. Lord Cyrano, if there's anything we can do to bring your father back to health, it would be knowing that you had did a splendid job, and if there were anything that can see your father back to health, he's doing such a splendid job in his stead. Please continue working hard. That man would no doubt wake to praise his only son for a job well done. Since the fall of Falx and Telior, many of the people have fled to Wolfort. The refugees from the Crown City have also come within our domain. It's not uncommon to hear fights breaking out between the people of Wolfort. What shall we do? I think that what I said was we open up our hearts, we open up our homes with open arms. Let's prioritize the happiness of our people. Very rude. Us versus them. To do so, we must regrettably ask the more problematic individuals to leave. Our domain can only support so many people. Why not convince them to look to Hyzant for refuge? That's also terrible. These two are awful. But which one is more awful? Just telling them to leave or telling them to go to Hyzant? Probably actually telling them to go to Hyzant is worse than just telling them to leave to go anywhere else. Well done, son. You killed most of the population by drowning them. Pretty much, yeah. My apologies, my lord, but would Hyzant accept unbelievers and refugees at that within their borders? Yeah, I'm part of the Saintly Seven. It's fine, right? Whether they are refugees matters not, so long as they believe the goddess will bestow them their blessing. Certainly, but would they not be treated as Hyzantian citizens after that? They would, which is why I would not force it upon them. Even so, we will not be able to accept many more within our domain. Let the refugees know that what their choices are, and leave the decision in their hands. Understood, my lord. Leave the issue of the refugees to us. Alright, let's start convincing. Because I think that we've looked around, there aren't any items for me to pick up. Alright, so we need to destroy the dam. Which means we don't need to convince Anna or Benedict. Big surprise there.
My lord.
Negotiating would only grant the enemy reprieve, and there's a high chance that Queen Cordelia has revealed the secret tunnels of the enemy. But we most certainly will deal a heavy blow to the Esfrosti army by flooding the city. That is true. No arguments here.
Yes, sir.
The enemy may already be aware of the tunnels, but no one is anticipating a flood. That is so true. That's like probably the last thing anyone would prepare for. The capital is swarming with Esfrosti soldiers. We must prepare ourselves to make sacrifices we are to reclaim the city. Alright, Eridor wants us to... Eridor's actually undecided.
Aye, lad.
The enemy wouldn't even know what hit him if we flooded the city. No denying that the other plans have their merits too. Should we go with our best bet? We should destroy the dam and cleanse this crowned city of the Esfrosti. There are few soldiers guarding the reservoir, making the strategy more likely to succeed. The deluge will deal a duchy a heavy blow by flushing their soldiers out of the capital. I don't want to say this one because he'll probably respond with, and also the people. So let's go with this one.
You're onto something.
We already know that as much from our scout. And to no one out there what can stop a flood, there's no doubt in my mind that we can win with this strategy. The damages will be heavy for sure, but if we don't win, Esfrost will just keep digging their iron claws deeper and deeper into the city. Drastic times call for drastic measures. When the war is finally over, we ought to reward both the people and the soldiers as best as we can.
I've made up my mind.
Can't afford to lose this battle. It is clear which path we should take. That was easy. Alright, Roland wants to sneak into the dead of night.
Say.
Flooding the city will leave people with nowhere to live, and Frederica's plan hinges on how the enemy responds. What if we sneak into the castle and just kill them? Only Cordelia and I are privy to the secret passages. Destroying the dam will damage the crown city. As someone whose duty is to protect the kingdom, there's no way I could agree to such recklessness. Alright. There's a chance Her Majesty has divulged the secret location of the secret passageway. He's gonna say no, she wouldn't. That's my sister. There will be damages, but they can all be fixed once we reclaim the capital. This plan will give us the best chance of doing that. I liked that one. I also kind of like this one. You don't know what the Elfric's power is, and there's no telling how far the damage would reach if we were to set it off near the castle. Because what if we set it off and it blows up the entire castle town? Like, we don't know. There's no voice line that accompanied that, so I actually don't know how he feels about this. I suppose it could blow a hole in the dam, but there's nowhere else telling how capable it would be of being as incomplete as it is now.
A fair point.
Okay, there we go. I think that we're onto something here. There's a chance the damages could extend beyond... Oh wait, that was Serenoa that said that. No? Okay, it wasn't. I don't know why the fair point came on the second dialogue box. That's only the first time this happened in this playthrough and the previous playthrough. There's a chance the damages could extend beyond the warship to the castle and those within it, including Cordelia.
However,
you made it clear where you stand, my friend. Well, that was also very easy. Prince Roland wishes to defeat the Esfrosti commanders who unjustly occupy the Whitehelm Castle. I see this plan as proof of his resolve. As a member of the Kingsguard, I intend to help him see it through. You should not just follow him blindly into this. You think Benedict's plan would be our best option? I do. As Frosty soldiers are gathering in the capital, this plan will help this city in one fell swoop. There are soldiers few soldiers guarding the reservoir, making this plan more likely to succeed than the others. I like that one. And this plan puts Roland in safer position than the others. He is the reason we are fighting, so we must protect him at all costs. I feel like Huette would like this one. Let's try it.
Good point.
I share your concerns, Lord Serenoa. Were to meet General Avlora in the castle, we are most certain Prince Roland would want to strike her down then and there. I would do everything in my power to protect him, of course, but we cannot be sure how that would end. Perhaps it is best if we take a less direct approach. It is clear that Benedict's plan came from the mind of a great tactician.
However,
but I still find it hard to support him in light of the damages it would do to both the city and its people. Oops. The longer the battle draws out, the greater the damages will be. The strategy puts a swift end to the S. Frosty and almost certain victory in our hands. There's a chance the Duchy has heard about the tunnels from Queen Cordelia. I see. The flood will wipe out most of the Duchy's forces, meaning there will be little else for us to do in the way of battle. But I wonder how the people will feel, knowing their homes were the price to be paid for victory.
I don't know what to do.
This decision will not be easily made, I'm afraid. I wonder if we succeeded in that. I'm not sure. That one seemed pretty close.
Yes?
Benedict's plan gives us the surest path to victory, but it will incur great damages to the capital. Prince Roland's plan is far too dangerous to gamble. Call me naive, but I believe Frederica's plan is the best for us all. Let's break the dam. Let's see, I mean, I am curious why you would think that. Now, I always have difficulty convincing Gila, because, like, she always ends up being, like, way more practical and cynical than I expect her to be. Let's see, the damages will be great, but it is most certain way to clear out the S. Frost soldiers. Claim victory without the need of a long drawn-out battle. If we show the Duchy that we will do whatever it takes to win, even drift flooding around city will instill fear in their hearts and dampen their morale. We ought to make the greatest use of the blast crystal now that we have one, and this plan allows us to do just that. I feel like it's one of these top two. I don't know what appeals to Gila most, but let's go with this one here. Instill fear in their hearts. I concur. Esroth will undoubtedly be shaken to see the lengths to which we go to for victory.
Well, what if...
But the fear we instill will not only end with Duchy. I have no doubt that the people themselves would be trembled to see their home submerged.
I require some time to think.
I understand that Benedict's plan is the most effective of the three, but I must ask ourselves what we sacrifice in exchange. Alright, well, we failed at that. Like I said, I always have trouble convincing Gila. A nation cannot exist without its people. We cannot risk exposing the very people to any more hardship than they already have endured. If we explode the bridge, we can isolate the castle. The people will be spared from our battle. Serena, do you truly think flooding the capital city is the best way forward? We cannot afford to lose this battle, and to do so we must be willing to make sacrifices. There are few soldiers guarding the reservoir. We can catch the enemy unawares and greatly cull their numbers this way. Frederica hates sacrifices, though. I don't think that she'll go for the sacrifice method.
Indeed.
Nice. Alright, this sounds like we're on a good track here. It does appear that no one is expecting an attack on the dam, and I know that this gives us a better chance to succeed than my own plan. We risk much to gain much. After the battle, we can dedicate all of our power to repairing the capital. As long as we fight, injury is unavoidable. It's just a matter of where we draw that line.
Yes.
Ask you one more thing? Still find it difficult to agree with Benedict's plan. If victory is our goal, would Prince Roland's not suffice? Sneaking in would put Roland in great danger. If he were to fall, our fight would lose all meaning.
I see.
If Roland is indeed our cause for reclaiming the Chiron City, I would hate for anything to happen to him. Now we must take back Glenbrook from Esfrost. I do, but even
What
so,
should we do?
at the very least, I know where you stand, Cyrano. Alright, that's everyone convinced. Let's head into this.
It is time to cast our votes. In which strategy do we entrust the future of Glenbrook?
I'm thinking it's going to be 061. But it might be 151.
Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
I am sorry.
Nope. I didn't convince Roland? I thought for sure that I had.
Even still.
Oh no, I didn't convince Frederica either?
I agree wholeheartedly.
Okay, somehow I actually convinced Gila. That's already enough. So that's the look sounds like it's going to be like 232.
I changed my mind.
All right.
I'm with you.
All right. There we go. 151. A little rough around the edges.
Scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen. The way forward is decided. We collapse the reservoir and flood the capital, dealing a crippling blow to the enemy forces.
Well, that's going to be a fun one. Can't wait till Sunday.
You will submerge the capital to win the battle. I see. So Wolfort rules with military might. It is a thorny path you tread. Your people will resent you for this.
I know.
It would be unfortunate if you didn't, but that is what it means to rule with might.
If we had chosen Roland's strategy, then he would have called us cowards. Because we're like sneaking in and, you know, doing the same thing to Esfrost that they did to Glenbrook. Because they invaded us at night after a huge festival while we were unprepared for it.
I must return to Hysant and see Minister Kamso. Next we meet, you will have both of our armies at your backs.
You have my thanks.
We cannot afford to lose this fight. For Norzelia.
I thought this battle was for Glenbrook.
This is not a simple struggle for power, Minister Cyrano. The goddess, the source, iron? The war of 30 years ago comes back to haunt us because the old cling to relics of the past. Norzelia needs to be born anew. Right now, the people of every nation are searching for a young standard bearer to guide them.
A standard bearer?
Yes, people like you and me. This war is a fine opportunity for us to show our worth to Norzelia.
Been playing Fire Emblem Three Hopes 50 hours in. Enjoy youth, that's all I can say. Alright, that is the end of tonight's stream. It's ending a lot later than I expected. Like, it's only been a 2-hour stream, but it's like almost 1 a.m. for me, so I guess I just started too late. But anyway, if you enjoyed today's stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more of me, be sure to subscribe. Tomorrow should be Smash After Work. Friday, viewer lobbies. Saturday, I'm going to play Unite in the afternoon, I think. And then stream my tournament. Or maybe actually instead of doing Unite, I should probably... I might play Unite off stream. But then I should actually try playing Smash on Saturday afternoon so that I can advertise my tournament. So I'll probably do that the first Saturday at least. But yeah, I look forward to all of that. But anyway, have a good night. Take care, and goodbye, everyone.